In the joyride that ended in a fiery crash, taking actor Paul Walker's life.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at tragic choices made by celebrities that led to devastating or even fatal consequences.
The next night, Richie won a coin toss to get his seat on that small plane.
Allison Mack, joining the NXIVM cult. Allison Mack's decision to join the NXIVM organization transformed her from a fan-favorite actress into a convicted felon. Drawn in by the group's promises of empowerment, the Smallville star climbed its ranks, all while aiding the coercive sex cult led by Keith Raniere. As one of his top lieutenants, she recruited women who were allegedly manipulated, branded, and abused.
Allison Mack left court with her head down, hair covering her face.
When NXIVM was finally exposed, her involvement shocked Hollywood. Mack later pleaded guilty, but remorse couldn't undo the damage. Her tragic decision to seek belonging in a toxic environment cost her freedom and reputation, not to mention her career.
The 38-year-old tearfully apologized, saying she was, quote, filled with remorse and guilt, and that her actions were abusive, abhorrent, and illegal.
Nick Hogan, street racing. In the summer of 2007, Nick Hogan, son of late wrestling legend Hulk Hogan, made a reckless decision that changed lives forever. At just 17 years of age, Nick decided to street race his Toyota Supra in Clearwater, Florida. Unfortunately, he lost control and crashed into a tree. His passenger, Marine John Graziano, suffered severe brain damage from the accident and will require lifelong care.
I've apologized to the Grazianos, but I want to say that I will never, ever be able to say I'm sorry enough.
Nick served jail time for reckless driving, but the emotional consequences were far greater. Once poised to ride his family's fame into his own spotlight, his dreams perished by one night of poor judgment.
And I understand why people would be angry with me.
Sinead O'Connor, tearing the Pope's photo.
Everywhere is war.
In 1992, Nothing Compares to You singer Sinead O'Connor made a bold but career-altering decision on Saturday Night Live, tearing up a photo of Pope John Paul II to protest abuse in the Catholic Church.
Fight the real enemy.
The act was meant as a plea for justice, but it was met with outrage instead of empathy. Blacklisted and vilified, O'Connor's faced severe mainstream backlash. Years later, history would vindicate her protest, but at the time, it left her isolated and deeply misunderstood. O'Connor said that the incident took a heavy toll, fueling the mental health struggles that haunted her for years.
And we can't heal ourselves unless we fight the right enemy, the right cause. It's no good just dealing with the symptoms.
Anton Yelchin, exiting his car to check the mail.
Russian whiz kid, what's your name? Chanko? Cherpov?
Ensign Chekhov, Pavel Andreevich, sir.
Fine. Chekhov, Pavel Andreevich. Begin shipwide mission broadcast.
Yes, sir. Happy to. Ensign authorization code 95 Victor 2.
Authorization not recognized.
Anton Yelchin's death in 2016 was a freak accident that left Hollywood in shock, and it all stemmed from a simple, mundane decision. You see, the Star Trek actor decided to step out of his Jeep Grand Cherokee to check his mail. The problem? The vehicle was among vehicles of that era implicated in rollaway complaints due to a faulty gear system. And, because it was parked on an incline, it rolled backward. Trapped between the car and a brick pillar, Yelchin's life would come to an end at just 27.
He was killed trapped between his SUV and his driveway gate, and it turns out his Jeep is one of hundreds of thousands included in a recall.
A rising star with critical acclaim, Yelchin's potential was extinguished in an instant of cruel fate. Natalie Wood, going out on the yacht. In November 1981, actress Natalie Wood made a seemingly simple decision to join her husband Robert Wagner and co-star Christopher Walken on their yacht, Splendor. This despite her lifelong fear of dark water. The following morning, Wood's body would be found drowned.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, our metropolitan area and the whole world mourns the death of 43-year-old movie actress Natalie Wood.
Conflicting witness statements and decades of speculation have left the truth uncertain, making her death one of Hollywood's biggest mysteries.
The real story of her death is that she drowned, and nobody knows how she drowned or what happened except her.
Whether an accident or the result of foul play, Wood's choice to board that yacht led to a terrible tragedy. A brilliant career and a vibrant life were lost because of one night on the water. Dino Bravo, getting involved in organized crime. When Canada's strongest man, Dino Bravo, retired from professional wrestling, he faced a stark reality. filled with dwindling opportunities and mounting financial pressure. He ultimately made a fateful choice to involve himself in organized crime. Bravo reportedly joined a cigarette smuggling operation tied to the Montreal Mafia and associated with organized crime figures. In 1993, he was found murdered in his home, shot numerous times in an alleged mob hit. Once a celebrated star of the squared circle, Bravo's post-wrestling life became a tragic descent into danger, thanks to his decision to trade the gridiron spotlight for a life of crime.
I honestly think that when Dino was at the end of his days, that he may have done something that he wasn't supposed to. A lot of rumors run.
Richie Valens, tossing a coin for a seat on a flight. In February 1959, 17-year-old Richie Valens decided to flip a coin, sealing his fate in the process. Touring with Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper, Valens won a seat on a small plane meant to skip the cold bus ride via coin flip. However, minutes after takeoff, tragedy struck as the plane crashed in an Iowa cornfield, killing everyone aboard.
The next night, Richie won a coin toss to get his seat on that small plane. It crashed shortly after takeoff.
Known for hits like La Bamba, Valens was a rising star, cut down before his career truly began. His decision to play the coin flip for a seat on that flight became one of rock and roll's defining tragedies, remembered forever as the day the music died.
The day the music died, as that phrase goes, it was a seed. And in that seed was Richie and Buddy and the Big Bopper.
Ryan Dunn, driving after heavy drinking.
Ryan Dunn, about to do some skiing up here in the Pennsylvania mountains.
Jackass star Ryan Dunn's reckless decision to drive after drinking proved fatal in 2011. After a night out in Pennsylvania, Dunn reportedly got behind the wheel of his Porsche 911 GT3 with a blood alcohol level twice the legal limit. Traveling at over 130 miles per hour, he crashed, killing himself and his passenger instantly. Known for his humor and wild stunts, Dunn was beloved among fans and friends alike.
He was just the sweetest guy. You know, he had so much love about him.
He made us smarter, he made us funnier, he made us sweeter. He brought a lot of love to the group.
His death devastated the Jackass family and served as a grim reminder that one poor choice behind the wheel can erase everything in mere seconds. Michael Jackson, trusting Dr. Conrad Murray. When Michael Jackson chose to place his health in the hands of Dr. Conrad Murray, it led to an unimaginable tragic ending. Exhausted from preparing for his This Is It tour, Jackson relied on Murray to help him sleep.
Dr. Murray said the day he died, Michael Jackson begged the doctor to help him sleep.
Then he complained. I got to sleep, Dr. Conrad. I have these rehearsals to perform. I must be ready for the show in England.
It's said that Murray administered nightly doses of propofol, a powerful anesthetic not meant for home use. On the fateful day of June 25, 2009, Jackson suffered acute propofol intoxication and ultimately passed away at 50 years of age. The king of pop's trust in Murray cost him his life and left the world mourning. Fame may have made him untouchable, but his trust made him vulnerable.
With many people saying they will always remember precisely where they were when they first heard the news. And that, in its own way, is a tribute to Michael Jackson.
Tonya Harding, involving herself in Nancy Kerrigan's attack.
I mean, what kind of friggin' person bashes in their friend's knee? Who would do that to a friend?
Figure skating superstar Tonya Harding saw her ambition turn to self-destructive disaster when she became entangled in the attack on her rival, Nancy Kerrigan. While Harding denied planning the assault, her decision to associate with those responsible, including her ex-husband Jeff Gillooly, ruined her career. The assault, meant to secure her Olympic edge, only ensured her own downfall. Harding was banned from competitive skating for life, her name forever linked to one of sport's darkest scandals.
I mean, she's moved on. I've moved on. It's part of history that will always be with us.
What could have been a triumphant story of perseverance became a cautionary tale of poor judgment. Owen Hart, agreeing to entrance stunt.
Canadian Owen Hart, known as the Blue Blazer, was killed performing a pre-match stunt.
Beloved pro wrestler Owen Hart's tragic death in 1999 stemmed from agreeing to perform a risky entrance stunt that he was reportedly uneasy about. Suspended from the arena rafters, Hart, as his Blue Blazer persona, was meant to descend dramatically into the ring during the WWE's Over the Edge pay-per-view event. But a release mechanism failed, and Owen fell over 75 feet in front of the live audience.
Last night in Kansas City, Missouri, with more than 18,000 people in the arena and a large worldwide pay-per-view audience, Hart was getting ready to make a spectacular entrance, similar to one he'd made before.
Known for his humor, skill, and heart, Owen's decision to proceed with the stunt, likely out of professionalism and trust, became terribly disastrous, one that left his friends, family, and fans devastated.
It doesn't look good at all.
Shocked ring announcers tried to tell the home audience what they were seeing was no act.
Aaliyah, boarding an overloaded plane. On August 25, 2001, R&B star Aaliyah made a fateful decision for the sake of convenience, a choice that will become one of music's most heartbreaking what-ifs. After filming her Rock the Boat music video in the Bahamas, Aaliyah decided to board a small plane. However, the aircraft was overloaded with equipment. Despite reported concerns, the Princess of R&B chose to board anyway, eager to return home early. Moments after takeoff, the plane crashed, killing all 9 on board. An inquest also called into question the pilot's credentials.
The plane, just after taking off for Florida in perfect weather, suddenly plummeted to the ground. Investigators now saying one of the engines apparently failed. Along with 8 passengers, Aaliyah, a young Brooklyn native and a talented singer and actress.
Aaliyah's death stunned fans worldwide and halted a promising career at just 22 years of age. James Dean, speeding in his Porsche. In September 1955, Hollywood icon in the making James Dean made a choice that sealed his legend and his fate. The rebel without a cause and East of Eden star decided to drive his brand new Porsche 550 Spider, nicknamed Little Bastard, to a racing event instead of towing it. Reportedly obsessed with speed, Dean ignored warnings to take it easy. Just hours later, he collided head-on with another car, dying instantly at only 24.
There was a car coming in the opposite direction that was going to turn in front of James Dean. I think that his reaction was, I'm a race car driver and I'm going to have to outmaneuver this car. But he lost control and the 2 cars basically hit head-on.
The crash, deemed an accidental death, immortalized him as the embodiment of youth, rebellion, and danger. Dean lived fast, died young, and became a reminder that no one is invincible.
Why do we do this?
You gotta do something, don't you?
Aaron Hernandez, leading a secret life of violence. NFL tight end Aaron Hernandez had it all: talent, fame, and fortune. But off the field, he chose to follow another path, one of crime and violence. Surrounded by dangerous influences, Hernandez became involved in multiple criminal altercations and ultimately murder.
He acted in a manner, like a tough guy all the time, like is the way I would explain it.
Despite flashes of remorse, his violent lifestyle caught up to him, and in 2013, he was convicted for the killing of Odin Lloyd.
Family members say Lloyd played some semi-professional football. They say he was an honest, hard-working young man.
In 2017, Hernandez tragically took his life in prison at just 27. His story became one of wasted potential, a promising future undone by his own decisions and inability to escape his darker instincts. Selena Quintanilla, trusting Yolanda Saldivar.
'Cause I'm dreaming of you tonight.
She was the voice behind Dreaming of You and Biddy Biddy Bom Bom, and her heart was just as pure as her music. Tejano superstar Selena Quintanlla's trust and kindness, however, proved tragically fatal. In 1995, despite growing suspicions that her fan club president and close friend, Yolanda Saldivar, was embezzling money, Selena chose to believe in her until she couldn't anymore. When she finally confronted Saldivar in a Corpus Christi motel, the encounter turned deadly.
Selena has been shot dead at a Corpus Christi motel.
Selena was shot by Yolanda and died at just 23. Her decision to face a friend she still trusted cost her everything, leaving an entire culture mourning its once brightest star.
It's not like we thought that this person was possible of the act that she committed.
John F. Kennedy Jr., flying in poor conditions.
A seemingly charmed life until the plane he flew with Carolyn and her sister Lauren crashed into the waters off Martha's Vineyard.
It was like a fairy tale without an ending.
For America's Prince, flying was freedom, but it became his undoing. In July 1999, John F. Kennedy Jr. chose to pilot his plane to Martha's Vineyard despite poor visibility and limited instrument experience.
JFK Jr. almost smashed into an American Airlines commercial plane because he wasn't talking to ground control, he wasn't talking to air traffic control, turned off his autopilot, turned off everything.
As night fell and haze thickened, Kennedy Jr. lost his bearings over the Atlantic, crashing and killing himself, his wife Carolyn, and her sister.
The loss of John Kennedy's plane has touched the entire nation in an astonishing way.
The tragedy may have reignited talk of the Kennedy curse, but it was ultimately a painfully human mistake. The decision to fly in poor conditions ended hope of a new chapter for one of America's most storied families. Princess Diana, getting in the getaway car.
Now there is confirmation that Diana, Princess of Wales, has died.
What was supposed to be just another escape from the flashing cameras became her last. On August 31st, 1997, Princess Diana climbed into a car driven by Henry Paul to flee relentless paparazzi in Paris. The vehicle sped into the Pont des Alma tunnel and crashed, ending the lives of Diana, her companion Dodi Fayed, and the driver, who was also found to be intoxicated.
Diana, Princess of Wales, has in fact been killed in that car accident.
At 36, the People's Princess, adored for her grace and humanity, was gone. Her desperate decision to run from the press that night was heartbreaking. In fact, the tragic incident would forever change how the world views celebrities, privacy, and obsession.
And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind.
Kurt Cobain, leaving rehab early.
Light my candles in our days, 'cause I found God.
For a man who gave voice to a generation, Kurt Cobain was drowning in silence. And in 1994, the Nirvana frontman checked into rehab, seeking help for depression and addiction.
Either I've accepted it or I've gone beyond insane to where I can deal with it emotionally. I really don't care.
But within just a few days, he escaped, a decision that would prove tragic. Alone in Seattle, Cobain took his own life at just 27, joining the haunting ranks of the 27 Club. His exit from rehab ultimately symbolized the push and pull that defined him. He seemingly craved peace, but rejected confinement. His choice to leave treatment led to the moment rock's brightest flame burned out for good.
For younger fans, his music captured the spirit of the difficult transition from youth to maturity.
Paul Walker, riding in a high-speed car.
In a fiery crash taking actor Paul Walker's life. The driver, Walker's friend, Roger Rodas, was a pro racer with championship titles to his name.
This is not his first time driving a car like that.
Right. That's why I'm shocked. He's driven cars faster than this.
In 2013, Fast and Furious megastar Paul Walker joined his friend Roger Rodas for a quick joyride in a Porsche Carrera GT. But the car, traveling close to 100 miles per hour, lost control and crashed into power poles and trees.
Hey, I'll be right back in 5 minutes. That was the last words I heard.
Exploding in flames, the crash killed them both instantly. Known for his humility and humanitarian work, Walker's death was shocking. The tragedy cuts even deeper, knowing the actor's own love of speed. Walker's life ended in the very kind of high-octane crash his movies were famous for.
Hey, thought you could leave without saying goodbye.
With one spontaneous decision, a franchise hero became a real-world tragedy.
And Walker is survived by a 15-year-old daughter, Meadow. This is that scene where he crashed and died. Robin, police now say that speed was a factor.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Steve Irwin, swimming above a stingray. For Steve Irwin, danger wasn't a risk. It was a calling.
G'day, I'm Steve Irwin, and these are highly venomous sea crates.
While filming a documentary in 2006, the beloved crocodile hunter decided to swim above a stingray to capture a better camera shot. However, the creature, startled, struck Irwin in the chest with its barb, piercing his heart.
Well, it's reported the environmentalist was killed after being stabbed by a stingray barb in the chest while filming an underwater documentary on the Great Barrier Reef.
Known for his fearless love of wildlife, Irwin's death was a cruel twist of fate. His decision to get close to the stingray was rooted in passion and purpose, making his loss all the more heartbreaking. The man who lived for animals died doing what he loved.
He died what he loved doing best.
And he left this world in a happy and peaceful state of mind. He would have said, Croc's rule.
Which of these tragic celebrity decisions hit you the hardest? Let us know in the comments down below.